remember me, standing in a white dress, staring at the sunset, babe. Red lips and rosy cheeks. Say you'll see me again, even if it's just in your wildest dreams. Aha! Let's start the show. It's time to start the show.
Love, it has been good to me this time around. Things were they were bound to change when it was found. Sugar never tasted sweeter on my lips. My heart is now intact and I can find no ribs. This is love, yeah, love. Never known true love before. Seen so many counterfeits that left me on the floor. This is love, yeah, love. All will come to those who wait. Time it cannot know the bounds, and eras don't dictate.
Hello and welcome to this week's Xandermonium, the talk show that gets you talking. I'm Xander Gibb, and on today's show, Xander's Soapbox, London Calling with Jeff Kristian, who sends Jason Prince to London's premier cabaret establishment to talk to said cabaret artists, Julie Paid, Cookie Monster, and Diamond Pearl. And also Betty Chipmonk gives us her a breakdown of what's hot and what's not in Hollywood today in Watch This Space. More to come in a mere moment. So you can interact with me via Twitter. You can tweet me. My Twitter handle is at Xander Gibb, XanderGibb, capital X, capital G. Don't forget that all important @ symbol. Make sure you follow and keep up to date with what's going on with the show. Oh yes, indeed. And now it's time for Xander's Soapbox. So last week saw a screening of the remake of the 70s TV series Roots by Alex Haley. Now, one of the stars of the original series, LeVar Burton of Star Trek Next Generation fame, was a co-executive producer. Now, the History Channel had an enormous job to do, not only recreating the series, but making it more authentic and worthy of the original product. Now, with groundbreaking performances from British actor Malachi Kirby as Kunta Kinte, Anika Noni Rose as Kizzy, and Regé-Jean Page as Chicken George, I was in awe of the skill and the feeling and the ability of these fellow thespians. Casting Malachi Kirby as Kunta was just perfection, and he really embodied the character. Now, Anika Noni Rose, who had graced our screens in shows like The Good Wife, etc., did Leslie Uggams proud. And Regé-Jean, another Brit, was surprisingly pliable as the character Chicken George, as he played him over many years from a teen to an old man. Keep your eye on these rising stars. Now, based upon the novel by Alex Haley from 1976, the miniseries was watched by record audiences a year later. Now, the following discourse after the remake regarding slavery nearly broke the social media networks. Discussions of the validity of using the N-word and making it as authentic as possible, to Snoop Dogg weighing in. How the bleep they gonna put Roots on Memorial Day? The rapper asked, saying after he can no longer watch slave narratives, including 12 years as a slave. They're going to just keep beating that beep into our heads as to how they did us, saying, I don't understand America. Snoop went on to opine. They just want to keep showing the abuse that we took hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Now, the pain of watching a miniseries about slavery in America was evident, as one person tweeted. I'm sorry, but I can't bring myself to watch Roots. I'm glad it's been remade, and I hope many people watch, but I can't. Well, I could, and I did, and I'm not sure if they could top the original, but they indeed did. Watching Kunta Kinte dragged from his home in Africa was very sad, but it did it for me. The question of how relevant this message is in 2016 is kind of rhetorical in my mind. Now look around and see how evident racism is, and how some of our wannabe leaders have no idea how it is to be a black in America today. Now, America for me has always been about equality, but it is clear that some are more equal than others. We are at the end of the second term of an African American president, and still there is an element of us and them for some. Well, I'm here to tell you, there is no them, just us. And if we do not learn from history, then we are sadly doomed to repeat it. Now, Roots portrayed an integral time in our history when people were bought and sold. And whilst we cannot change that, we need to remember where we came from and where we are going. Together as one community, and ensuring we strive for unity as Americans regardless. That was Xander's Soapbox. If you would like to get on your soapbox, send your videos of no longer than 5 minutes on any subject with no profanity via xandergibb.com/contact. That's xandergibb.com/contact. Oh, yes, indeedy.
So when I'm in the West End of London, I often pop my head into Molly Moggs and see the cabaret that's taking place. That Jeff Kristian looks a little bit familiar. I think I've seen him in there too. Anyway, this week we sent Jason Prince, yes, that Jason Prince, off to Molly Moggs to talk to the cabaret stars that live there, or work there at least. So I'll give you Cookie Moon star Julie Paid and Diamond Pearl. It's over to you, Jeff.
On this week's London Calling, Jeff Kristian sends Jason Prince to Molly Moggs Cabaret Bar to chat with Cabaret Artists, Julie Paid, Cookie Moonstar, and Diamond Pearl. And I'm told there is a cameo from one of our favorites from EastEnders. Call him. Let's check it out.
Hello America, London Calling.
Looking as fabulous as this, you know. It takes a lot of preparation, sometimes hours, and I don't always get it right. Thank heavens for those who do. Hey, Jason?
Of course, you can't visit the West End of London without coming to see a drag show. And we're really spoiled today by being in Soho's premier drag cabaret bar, Molly Moggs. We're joined today by 3 of Molly Moggs stars, the gorgeous Diamond Pearl, Cookie Monster, and Julie Paley. How you doing, ladies? Good, thank you, darling. Yeah, lovely. Good. Now listen, look, it is a Sunday, and I know you've dressed down especially because it's the daytime. What have you been up to today so far?
Well, of course, we just went to church.
Oh, cool.
And done a bit of shopping.
You got fun.
Yeah, I go to us. You go to my auntie. Yeah. We do little. We've got them all covered.
Julie,
Yes.
you are landlady extraordinaire, yeah? How long have you been here in
14
Molly
years. 14 years.
14
It was
years.
a day over 50.
What entertainment do you do here for our American guests that come over to the UK?
Oh, Americans are the
Yes,
best.
yeah.
They are the best. I love them.
Americans are the best because they come here and they give us money for singing. They tip us.
But we sing
live.
live. We sing live, which is ridiculous.
Actually, that's very different from America because Cookie, you lived in New York, of course.
I did.
Was you
Oh my God.
performing when you was in New York?
Yes, I was.
How was the crowd differ in the American crowd compared to the London crowd?
Well, there weren't many that sang, although there are more that sing now.
Yeah.
And of course they tip you.
The customers.
Yeah, the customers, they stand there just with dollar bills.
Is that me?
Yeah, you just have to stand there and go, tip me, bitch.
So it's a little bit like, it's a bit like busking, but mind busking. That could take a moment.
That's another form of prostitution.
Which goes very hand in hand with what you do.
Well, I did see actually, I didn't understand it because we did get here earlier this morning, but there was a lady actually not wearing something too dissimilar. You were just standing on the corner opposite the sex shop across the road.
That was Julie.
Oh, it was Julie, yeah.
I was not even you.
Snuggling girls. What entertainment do you do here?
All sorts. We do open mic on Friday and Saturday night. Don't wait for you down with towel horse in there, do your luscious job, towering over everybody's check. Yeah, and then Monday night and Thursday night we got this trend guys and
Queen, or I don't know what her name is.
Jeff or something. Yeah, he just
Jeff Kristian.
Yeah, and I do a Wednesday night, and we have I do a Sunday afternoon as well. It's a long show, so
Long shows. You girls work hard.
from 4:30 to 8:30. That's my scene, and she comes
Well,
up
it's
at
supposed to be
hour.
8:30. I can never get on the stage at 8:30. She can get off.
Oh,
It's not that I won't get off.
The cheering them up. I know, but you
it
know.
is the landlady's prerogative.
Well, it
Yeah,
is.
thank you. Thank you very much.
I don't mind it cutting into my showtime.
Now listen, you talked about the open mic nights, and that's your night time, isn't it?
Yes.
Now, we are in the middle of theatre land, so you must get a lot of theatre people and professional singers coming down, but I bet there's a few horror stories as well.
There's always a horror story. We get a wide range of assortment of people coming in from theatres, straight out of the theatres, or hen parties.
Hen parties?
Yeah.
What, like the night before the wedding?
The night before, the week before. The bride is drunk, the girls, the friends are drunk, they're all singing and cheering. In fact, there was one time we had 12 of them in here. It was 11 ladies, 10 of them dressed as Alice in Wonderland. The bride dressed as the Mad Hatter.
Yeah.
And then they hired a little person and dressed him up as a bunny rabbit.
No way.
And he was very late, apparently. He was very late. And
For
he
a
was
very important
a
date?
very important date with the bride, and he was handcuffed to the bride.
No
And they got
way.
very drunk, and all 12 of them came up on stage and sang Living Next Door to Alice.
Oh, I can imagine
You
that.
can't make it up.
That might have been a little bit rude here.
And you have Dave Elvis as well.
Dave Elvis, he's
Dave Elvis is a legend. Yeah, and a legend.
Now, Cookie, I just want to ask you a couple of things because you're no stranger to television. In fact, over the past couple of years, every time I turn on the box, there you are, entertaining the troops.
Yeah.
Entertaining the troops. And part of one of our big shows here on the scene in London, part of the Drag Queens of London. Tell us a bit about that show and how it came about.
Well, I wasn't really in it that much.
You was.
I was. Well, I just got asked to do it, really, and that was that.
You was like a mentor for one of the other drag queens.
Yeah, I was a mentor. That's what they do with the old ones. They're nicer, they're called as mentors. So yeah, I was a mentor.
So Julie, what nights of the week do you do entertainment here at Molly Moggs?
7 nights a week.
7 nights a week?
Nights a week.
We are the only bar in Soho that entertains 7 nights a week. We're also the only bar in Soho that mops on floor twice a day. Every third day of the week we put a lemon-scented wet wipe around the rim of each and every one of our urine.
Well, listen, you might be entertaining the whole of London today, but you've certainly entertained me this morning. It's been so lovely to talk to you. Our lovely Molly Moggs girls, Julie Page, Cookie Monster, and Diamond Girl. Thank you, ladies. Back over to you, Jeff.
Are you wearing makeup?
That's it for this week. Back to you in the studio, Xander.
So that was London Calling with Jeff Kristian and Jason Prince and Cabaret Artists, Julie Page, Cookie Moonstar, and Diamond Pearl. If you are in London, be sure to check out Molly Moggs and tell them that Xander sent you. And yes, you were right, that was Jim Brown, who plays Doc Cotton in EastEnders, serving behind the bar. London Calling is produced in association with Mr. Binks Media. And now it's time for Watch This Space. So Hollywood reporter Betty Chipmonk loves all things celeb, and here she is to break down what's hot and what not. I give you the one, the only, the fabulous, another rising star, Miss Betty Chipmonk.
Hello, you lucky people! Betty Chipmonk here, live from Beverly Hills for Xandermonium TV. And we begin by mourning the loss of Muhammad Ali. He floated like a butterfly, yes, he stung like a bee. What a wonderful man, a true doyen, and a peacemaker. He will be missed. Oh yes, he will. It's official. Hillary Swank has called off her engagement to former professional tennis player Ruben Torres. I think the name Betty Torres has a nice ring to it. What do you think? Give me a call, Ruben. Incidentally, Calvin Harris and Taylor Swift are no longer an item. I'm guessing Calvin might be somewhat too young for me. The 26-year-old Grammy winner surprised a bride and groom, Kenya Smith and Max Smith, by showing up at their wedding in Long Island and performing an acoustic version of her hit, Blank Space. Wedding guests along with the newlyweds were completely shocked, but it turns out the elaborate ruse was all orchestrated by Max's sister, and Allie's mom had died, departed recently, and the song was of particular significance to them. Good for you, Tay-Tay. We love you, Taylor, in a very swift way. So, Bette Midler has revealed she has several pet chickens named after the Kardashian family, as well as the kind of sad, shady news that her Kim Kardashian is dead. But alas, fear not, it's only her pet chicken that's died, and not the reality starlet. Kim died of a yeast infection, so we had to get some different ones, said Bette Midler. Yes, once again, we are still referring to the chicken, allegedly. So, Amelia Clark recently said she would like to play Jane Bond, with Leonardo DiCaprio as a leading man. Well, wouldn't we all, Amelia? No doubt about it. If Clark's wish ever came to fruition, fingers crossed, DiCaprio 41 would follow in the footsteps of such stars as Halle Berry, Monica Bellucci, of whom have played love interests for the Agent 007. I actually think I'd make a very good Bond girl. Betty Chipmonk, licensed to thrill. And finally, Xander Gibb and all the celebrities out there, be sure to change your social media passwords today. Katy Perry had her Twitter feed hacked on Memorial Day weekend, and a hacker took over her Twitter account, posting vulgarity, along with noteworthy mentions. The hackers then posted a slew of random tweets, including slurs and peace sign emojis. They also called out Perry's long-standing bad blood with Taylor Swift. We love you, Tay-Tay, saying miss you, baby, tagging Taylor Swift's account. Well, that's all from me today. So, Xander, it is indeed back to you in the studio. Bye!
Confucius says,
that Betty Chipmonk gets too much time on this show. You know.
Thanks to Betty Chipmonk for her personal perspective on Hollywood today. Would love to see you and Margaret Cho on The View. Watch this space indeed. I'm beginning to think that Betty has a bit of a Margaret Cho fetish. What about you? Me? Claude? No, I don't have a Margaret Cho fetish. I'm an enormous fan. And we'll leave it at that. Well, that's it for today's episode of Xandermonium. Don't forget to join my mailing list at xandergibb.com and follow us on social media. Thanks to Jeff Kristian, Jason Prince, and all of Molly Moggs. Thanks to Betty Chipmonk and Claude and everybody that worked on today's show. And most of all, thanks to you for watching. Do keep sending us your questions and videos. Thanks for watching and stay cool out there. See you next time on Xandermonium. I love you all. Bye-bye.
Love it has been good to me this time around. Things they were bound to change when it was found. Sugar never tasted sweeter on my lips. My heart is now intact and I can find no ribs.